Okay, so this is going to be a short introductory video on mind mapping. Mind mapping is, of course, the way to plan something in a more visual fashion that is perhaps slightly different to a more traditional written plan, such as a to-do list or a essay plan. So the university licensed software we use for mind mapping is MindGenius. Now, of course, that doesn't mean that you have to use MindGenius. It's just that it's quite a powerful piece of software that's free on university machines. So that's the one I'm going to be concentrating on today. But as ever, there are other options out there, and I'll put some links to other options at the end of the session. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up MindGenius. I'm just going to type it into the start bar. I've downloaded it before I started to make this video in preparation. I'm going to let it load up, and then I'm just going to introduce you to some of the popular features. So this is what you're hit with when you open MindGenius. This is a ready-made mind map, cleverly explaining some of the features of MindGenius itself. Select new blank map to get going, type and return, and so on and so forth. I'll let you have a read of that at your leisure when you open up the program yourself. It would be good, actually, if you do end up using this program, whether you be a member of staff or a student, if you send me some of the maps that you've created, and I can share them on social media as great examples of the use of assistive technology. Anyway, so we're going to start a new blank map. Let's start from scratch, and that should pop up in a second. There we go. Okay, I'm going to give the title, I'm going to call it MindGenius, and I'm going to put some ideas in there. I'm going to hit enter, and then I'm going to carry on writing. And as you can see, when you hit enter and you carry on writing, it automatically creates a new box. Excuse my spelling. Now I'm just doing doing a silly little thing here, but what we all have there in very short space of time is a fairly straightforward, simple mind map that you can now elaborate on. As I say, you type something, you press enter, and once you continue typing, it will create a new box for you. They label these children, which is fairly creepy, but you know, it works for them. So we have our main title, and it's children, and we have also terminology like sisters and brothers. But I'll let you find that out for yourself. So we have our general idea. What we're going to do now is we're going to look at how these ideas link together. So I might think to myself, you can move each of these boxes. For instance, if I wanted to move this away from the general idea, maybe start another one, I might put that there, and now that is on its own, and I can start another tree if I so wish. Or I can put it back to where it was. I'll reattach it to our general idea, and then I'll think to myself, okay, well, maybe these two ideas kind of follow on from each other. I'm going to possibly attach it to that one there. Okay, it's a fairly simple, straightforward, I'll move that so we can see it, fairly simple, straightforward way to create an idea on something. It could be a flow chart on a process. It could be a collaborative planning tool. It could be just a way to quickly and easily get ideas down that's not writing out a list, and actually means that you can manipulate your ideas and the order of your ideas fairly quickly and fairly easily. That is a very, very basic tutorial. There's lots of other features we can choose. If we right click on one of our box, it gives us whether we want to add anything to it, add another branch as it were, and then, or we could add notes if we wanted to go into more detail about something, if we want to add attachments, photographs to an idea. So it could also be used as a rather fully featured project management tool. But the students who I have seen using it and appreciate tools like this are often students who struggle with writing, who struggle with kind of planning in the abstract sense. and struggle with coming up with a workable system of what they have in their minds and how to put it down. And this is just one of the options that they could choose if they're struggling with doing that. We have options to export the mind maps once they are created. We can send it as a Word document, a PowerPoint, we can use an Excel. Let me show you what happens when we open up a Word document using this. If we just save that there. Okay. We're going to start MS Word. And if we have a look when the document comes up, what we have is it turns all this visual information into a more traditional list. Now what that might be an idea for is if you are trying to plan an essay, a dissertation even, if you want to get ambitious about it, you could plan in this style, press the export to Word or export to PDF, export to any of the other document styles, and you would have kind of a fully fledged plan, a concrete list of what you need to do and how you need to do it. But anyway, I'll let you explore. I'm going to shut down that Word document there. We don't need to save that. That is MindGenius, one of the many choices when it comes to mind mapping software. There are online tools, there are other downloadable tools, free ones and paid for ones, and I'll put a little selection of them at the end of this video. Have a try. I'm going to include this on the AT Minerva website along with the rest of the mind mapping tools, and I might double it up and put it into productivity and organization, just so you can have a see of what it does, and I'll put the link to where it is on the university systems on there as well. Alright, okay, so that's it for now. Thank you very much for your time.